You can't possibly investigate without freedom. Right? This is obvious, isn't it? That if you want to know yourself, one has to discard totally, completely what others have said about you. Can you do that? Or must you accept their theories, logical or illogical, sane or insane, and accepting what they say and gathering their information, which might sharpen your own mind, and with that sharpened mind, sharpened at the expense, at the behest of others, look at yourself. You follow your... Or is there a possibility of looking at yourself without all that? Right? Are we meeting? Are we thinking together? I hope we are meeting each other. That is, one can know oneself very clearly, objectively, in relationship. Right? Relationship is the mirror in which we see ourselves, actual as we are. Because we are apt to deceive ourselves. We are prone to create illusions. We have the tendency to create ideas, formulas, illusions, and they assume reality. Haven't you noticed all this? So one must be absolutely free of all illusion. Is that possible? I hope we are meeting each other, we are investigating together. Because please bear in mind, this is not a talk given by the speaker for you to listen and agree or disagree and go home and say, carry on in your usual life. But on the contrary, this investigation together becomes very serious. And being serious, it affects our lives. And if you don't want to be disturbed, then please don't listen. If you want to carry on your daily life, as one does, probably you will after even hearing this talk, then shut your ears and don't bother. Go to a cinema or do something else. But if you're serious, and I hope you are, then one has to look at oneself without any illusion in the mirror of relationship. There you discover all your reactions objectively, without any distortion. That is, if you want to discover yourself. That is, if you want to bring about a good society, a healthy, sane, moral, human beings who have values. Not imaginary values. So we have to investigate, look together into this mirror. See, one of the difficulties is that our minds, in observing in this mirror, dictates what the mirror should tell. You following all this? Our minds, which is our thought, our desires, our pleasures, our fears, our anxieties, our groping uncertainties, dictate what that mirror should show. I hope you are following all this. So, to observe very clearly in the mirror, there must be a mind that is capable of observing without any distortion. Right? That is, what makes for distortion? You understand my question? The mirror is not distorted, obviously. Because in our relationship with my wife, husband, whatever it is, in that relationship, there is no distortion. There's a facts. But the mind begins to distort, which is thought, begins to distort. I hope you're following all this. Right? Are we going on together with this? So we have to investigate why the mind, we are using the mind in a sense, not only the brain, but thought, emotions, sensory responses, all that is the mind, right? Which is consciousness. I won't go into that. We'll go into that a little later. Which is your mind is the product of the senses, emotions, thought, desire, and all the experiences, memories, is the content of one's mind, right? It's very simple when you observe it. That mind with its thoughts, sensations, and so on, that thought has created this sense of the self, the me, the self, right? So the self is always distorting, right? Which is the self, the me, is the product of thought. Thought which is limited, obviously. Thought which is the response of memory, memory being experience and knowledge, inherited or acquired. That thought has created this self. This self is always distorting. my desires, my wishes, my particular idiosyncrasies, my particular tendencies, my desires, my opinions, my longing, my fulfillment. So, and this self conceals itself in many, many ways. I don't know if you have noticed it. Have you noticed, for example, those who are greatly in political world or religious world, the self has concealed itself in the name of God. Right? I wonder if you see all this. Please don't accept what the speaker is saying, but observe the activities of this extraordinary thing called the self.